Welcome to Yellow Skunk Farms. Quick disclaimer, this is a 21-year-old and up channel, so if you're not 21 years or older, please leave the channel now. Appreciate it. You are looking at the newest portion of the pond garden. If you haven't been with us, we're building a new one. So this is the old one. You can say it's old. It's only been running for about a year and 4 months? Yep, about a year and 4 months. And that's running with the water flowing. It took us 10 months, 11 months to build it. And then we put water in it and ran water in it for about a month until we finally dialed in the amount of water that was being wicked up over the walls into the soil pockets, which that was the biggest thing to dial in. That was like my biggest challenge in this whole project here, was to dial in the water. And dialing in the water is definitely a bigger challenge than what I was expecting, but we figured it out. And now that we figured it out, we can pretty much keep it dialed in, but it definitely takes some stewarding, definitely takes removal of grass, because things start to take over. So the grass, this creek grass is what I call it. It's really wiry, so it's easy to break, but it's very thin, very wiry. Great biology builder. What happens is that, let's see, the grass is pushing up my turtle shell. It's like literally pushed it up off the ground. But what's happening is the grass is just intruding in onto the creek, and when, like even over there on that side. And when it does that, when those roots tap into the creek, and then those roots also are tapped into the creek wall, it wicks a tremendous amount of water, like more than I would have ever imagined. Like just crazy amount of water. I got my new camera stand here, so I'm walking around with that today, see if we can get better pictures. This is the raspberry deadhead from Luna Whitcomb. Definitely the biggest plant in here. Got black soldier flies that love to hang out on it, but she's growing like crazy. It's going to, another 10 days, this thing will double in size. We'll flip it to flower and it will take over this whole side over here. Beautiful big plant. Same over here on this one. I got this extender now. So I told you we'd get better now. All I gotta do is get me a microphone so I can put this thing long ways away and still talk to you. This is the other all three of these are raspberry deadheads. You can see the difference, but that one's starting to catch up a little bit. That one was tiny at first, and then it just, like I knew it would, I knew it'd just take off. Probably gonna have to remove this elephant ear leaf right here. Gonna have to remove probably that bottom leaf right there. No reason for it to be there. It's just taking up a lot of space and energy. You can see how they're folding up over top of one another. But beautiful plants. This one over here is the this is the Orangeline, starting to really take off now. It's been a little overwatered here and there, but we added that soil and that IMO, and since we've done that, I've seen a big jump in health. You can see the leaves are just huge. These plants are going to definitely stretch when we flip the flower. So these are lunar cheese. That's the lunar cheese, and that's the lunar cheese over there. And these are the raspberry deadheads, all three of these. This one's definitely the biggest. Always has been. We might even take some cuts off of this one because it's just that nice. It's got these huge honking leaves on it. They probably don't even need to be on there really. That bottom one there. In fact, just take it off. Doesn't want to come off though. And if it doesn't want to come off, I'm not going to take it. Look how it's pointed down. Wow, it smells. Look how they're pointed downwards. Look at that. I didn't do that. It's just like that. The smell though is, whew, when I tried to pull that off, it doesn't want to pull off. Probably pull up on it and it would come off better, but I'm not gonna. You know, both of them do that. Like these don't do that. Weird. She's got a wide stance. Short, stocky, plenty of branching, plenty of nodes. Taking a couple of fingers off these big leaves. You can see I took a finger. That's just to open it up a little bit, let some light down in there. This one's not covering anything. This one here, you can see the big one is, just take this finger here and bring it all the way up. And that's it. Now I've opened that up. So instead of that covering up that, boom. And that's going to get a whole lot more light. That little pinch there will heal up super quick. Probably already has. Within a minute, that will heal up. The plant will, instead of exuding energy to this part of the leaf, it will seal that up and push all its energy to the other leaves. This allows light to get down into here, but also we didn't remove all our solar panels. So we want as many solar panels as we can, but we also want light getting down to the bottom. And that's just one way I do it. It's something that I've been doing since I started doing this, but it seems to work pretty well in allowing the lower branches. It seems to slow up the top almost and allow these lowers to just boom, boom, without having to super crop, without having to do, topping. I don't top my plants to allow those lowers to come out. I know when you top, you get two. I understand that, but unless I have to, I'm not going to. Like if I get a super tall plant like that land race, if you were with us, we did a land race over in the corner. That land race went crazy to the ceiling. There's nothing I could do to stop it. I must have topped that thing 10 times. And it just kept going and going. It never finished. We could have gone another probably 3 weeks, 4 weeks with that thing. We're still waiting on our sex testing. I hope to have them back today or tomorrow. Wilson Genetics gets to watch this. Hopefully. I think he got our stuff the other day, so these definitely need to go outside. We've got to water them again today, but we've been feeding and watering just in these little pots. So I know they're about These pots are, you know, cow pots, so the roots will grow out of them. So that's why I'm not real concerned. But we do need to get them in their pots. But we're going to find out. I didn't want to waste time on males, so I wanted to see what we had before we went and did a bunch of work in putting them in pots, if you know what I mean. So we're gonna sex tested those, and as soon as we get the results, we're going to put them in pots and put them outside. Look at this, look at these honkers here, just covering up all that. And we'll just open it up a little bit. They don't really need to be there. And that helps tremendous amount of airflow, light flow. Speaking of air, I mean, look how big these things are. How big that was. Look at that elephant here. Those are some big freaking leaves. Healthy too, and stinky. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's what I'm talking about. That has a super fresh, got a little funky undertone. Almost, I swear it's like a little bit of, like a cucumber almost. Kind of, it's sticky. Wow, sticky. But like a fresh cucumber slice. That's pretty neat. This one looks pretty good. We took a couple fingers off. You see, we took a finger there. But there's nothing under there that it's blocking, so we don't really worry about it if it's not blocking anything. Sometimes we can move them around. Sometimes they just need to be plucked. And they seem to like to be plucked. Yeah, this one's going to go. And that's going to open up this over here. You hear that snap? That's what we're talking about. That's healthy. I can't smell nothing no more. What's up, guys? Sorry I'm a little late. Took us 13 minutes to get over here. Huh? You guys ate yesterday. I know Pooter's hungry though. Pooter's always hungry. What's up, Scooter? We got a stick now, so we can come down in here with you. You're like, what the hell is that? You can throw some food down here, motherfucker. Damn, this thing just will not stay up. I had this magnolia pod here. Let's see if I can hold it over here. I was trying to push right there to keep it there. Digger needs some water. Let's water that first. Digger's freaking Monstera is stupid. Look at this thing. It just keeps opening up new leaves, like overnight almost. Digger's up underneath there. don't know what we're gonna do with this thing. I mean, look at it. It's freaking stupid. I mean, they go, look at this one over here. Can't even get it in the wide picture frame. And then the other one back underneath that one's just as big. All the way over the pond now. I've had to pull it back with the rope. You can see we got the rope pulled back to the rock back there, just yanking it back, but she's gonna go to the ceiling. She's gonna take up the whole damn room. We'll be taking cuts off that and selling it. But everything looks good. Look at the daggone, how big the Lucky Bamboo has gotten. I've never seen Lucky Bamboo that big. I mean, it's all the way up, way past that one in the back. It's way past those right there. And that's because that one in the back catches all that poo first. So that's the first stop for the poo train from the, the fish pond. All that poo is being pumped in, and then it hits this grass. The grass catches a lot of it, and then on to the bamboo, then on to all the other grasses. The algae that's catching all the poo, all the debris and all that stuff. And then by the time it gets back around here, hits this last patch of grass to be the final filter, and then before it enters back into aerating the pond here. We have a bubbler over there. There's aeration here. There's aeration going up in there. So there's plenty of aeration, and that is the key to getting dissolved oxygen into the soil. Being wicking up that water along the sides of the creek, allowing those plant roots to tap into that creek water. It's aerated. It's like almost like a fresh compost tea all the time. So that's why I believe everything does so well in a system like this. Is you're going to get a constant feed all the time. There's going to be microbes breaking down organic matter all the time with no break. There's no drybacks. It's just constant moisture, regulated at a particular moisture level that the creek does itself. All we have to do is maintain. By maintaining, that's just stewarding and pulling out grass that's starting to take over, pulling roots out of the creek that don't need to be there. They're just simply taking up, well, they're not really taking up space. All roots are good in here. I don't even know why those are up there. Those need to be in the water. Those are from the Lucky Bamboo there. You see, they just hang out in the water collecting that algae. The algae is really what is filtering the water. And then we come along with our hands and pull the algae out and put it in the soil. And that puts soil algae and water, I mean, just a tremendous amount of beneficial bacteria and beneficial microbes, creek and water microbes that are in the soil, breaking down organic matter, doing the same thing as all these other, like diatoms, things that you find in pond water. The plants just seem to love it. So, with that being said, it's been 20 minutes, and I appreciate everybody hanging out. It's Sunday, I believe, and hopefully my back feels a whole lot better today. We're going to concrete this in. We're going to concrete this in. We're going to mix some mud today. And we'll get that in, let that set up, and then tomorrow, hopefully we'll go get some more rock and continue our creek and finish our pond, get our pond up, get our creek base laid, so that's just the base. The creek actually will sit on top of that. We'll build up smaller rocks on the sides, creating a channel. And that's where it will be. The roots will be able to actually go through the rock. So we're only going to put concrete on top. This allows soil and everything to get up underneath there when we pack soil down in there, and roots will be able to go through and under everything. They won't be able to get into the pond, of course, but they'll be able to go under the creek. They'll be able to go under the pond, tap into this sand, silt, and clay reservoir, and go under, because remember all that is sitting on cobblestone. So there's plenty of room for roots to get down. Water will come down, sit in this zone here, where the roots can come down and tap in, just like over here. And that's it. So until tomorrow, have a great one. Let's go watch the Masters. Peace.